And welcome in here to West Prairie High School as we bring you boys side. A couple of girls games in a row, and now bringing you the boys side of things here tonight as the Cyclones will take on the Rebels of South Fulton. Joined tonight on TSSR Game Time Live by Brandon Thomas. Welcome into West Prairie, sir.
Yep, a lot closer drive than I remember. Took me about 35 minutes to get here. I got a late call, but I'm happy to be here. We'll be seeing South Fulton and West Prairie, as Greg said, two programs that know each other pretty well. So let's see what we have in store tonight.
And going to be kind of a short-staffed bunch, just 5 Cyclones here for the JV game. We're going to be doing 4 6-minute quarters. I had to ask because I got tripped up earlier this week as they girls with numbers from the other programs, not the West Prairie program, actually only had did 2 10-minute running halves. We'll have 4 6-minute quarters, so basically the length of a junior high game. As numbers an issue for the West Prairie program, and it seems like all across the area we're seeing a lot of that. We're seeing a lot of that across the area. A lot of programs, boys, girls, whatever, struggling with numbers a little bit.
And I'm sure that the refs are happy about JV being shortened. It seems like that's a big thing in this day and age.
Yep, that's there's a lot of them that don't mind that at all. We'll get lineups for you in just a moment. And I said West Prairie will be pretty darn easy. As Caden Little will pull it down off to Dalen McCartney. And Jason Faust will work it up here. Bounces over to Little. Little swings in the lane coming out from McCartney. McCartney over to Faust. Will fake and look to dribble. Go up with a shot. And gets a friendly roll. Friendly roll for Jason Faust. Puts the Cyclones up 2-0 here. And working it around here, now down into the corner. They'll bring it over for Xander Thinner, shooting on the outside. Thinner puts it on the way, can't get it to go. And it'll go over to West Prairie. Also on the floor here, Sincere Young, Riley Fogelsong. Also joined by Kyler Clemens. In their starting lineup here this evening. They don't have an overabundance of young men. As Cam Melvin goes on the dribble, and we've got an illegal screen. The other one is Weston Chenoweth. As the legal screen whistled on McCartney, that is his first, team first.
And number 30, it is Thyner.
Thyner, okay.
Yep, long eye.
Well, I appreciate that. And he holds the basketball right now. Swings it cross court. They work it down into the corner, back up top, working for Young. Young holds, comes in the post. And now bouncing across the lane out to Thyner. He'll put it, Chenoweth put it up and on the way. And I'm telling you, I love better day glow numbers on uniforms. These purple and green ones blend into each other. Steal by Thyner. He'll take off up the court. And as it knocked out of bounds, it'll stay with South Fulton. Chenoweth going to trigger it inbounds from the sideline. And to Thyner. And now I see what Sam DeCounter was telling me before the game, something that I never see him do, and that's play a 2-3 zone. And Max French going to be whistled for the push. And that's going to bring Thyner to bring it in out of bounds. Box offensive set here. And Fogelsong, they bring it down. Chenoweth going to put it up. And the rebound, McCartney. And they'll come back the other way. Man-on-man gets picked from Cam Melvin. Shot on the way by Faust. No good. Rebound pulled down by McCartney. To Melvin, who will hold. And work it over to Little. Little. It's a screen. Come out to French. Nice ball movement there by West Prairie. And McCartney will now pick up his dribble, waiting for some help. Couple of dribbles, working down to 3:40 left to go first quarter. Melvin going to drive lane, goes up with a shot, can't get it to go. And the rebound pulled down out of there by Clemens. Now, Brandon, both teams struggling a little bit at the hoop so far.
They are. Just keep on moving the ball and get that open shot just like Thiner just had and see what happens.
And neither of these teams sporting a great amount of size. Looks like French about the tallest, somewhere between he and Clemens, possibly even Fogelsong. As Little works it, gets a screen from French. Out to McCartney, over to Faust. He'll put up the three, partially touched by Fogelsong, or by Young rather. And out they'll come in the hands of Chenoweth. Chenoweth into the lane, up and in and good. And Sam DeCounter has seen enough. He'll take a timeout. 2-2 tie here in this first quarter. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Let's go. We got a lot of acres to take 4 tires of fuel, 4 tires of fuel. Come on, we got to get him back out there. He's a busy man.
I'm just here for seed.
It's all part of it. Suit up.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has everything you need to win the season and go full speed ahead.
And we are back here, and as usual, the scoreboard program and I hate each other. As it and I continue to argue. Faust going to bring it up, 2-2 tie here. Caden Little will hold on to it on the outside, give it out on the pass to McCartney. Good man-on-man there by Young, but actually, just as I say, good defense, Brandon, they whistle foul on it.
Yep, and Ron Grant right there to make the call.
McCartney will trigger it inbounds once again into Cam Melvin. Works it for Little. Little gets picked from French and hands off to McCartney over to Faust on the far side. Just kind of a screen and weave game. McCartney in the lane. Nice block there. Coming from behind was Fogelsong. Pretty good athlete, a pretty good football player from what I remember.
Yeah, and you will be seeing some of him here in the next contest as well. He'll be dressing up with varsity as well.
Faust with it over to Melvin. Working back the other way. Work actually French to Little. It's still working around here. And that one tapped out of bounds. They'll get it back. And did want to thank some of our other fine sponsors. They include folks like JoJo's Gaming Parlor, offering the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash at it. Young with the steal. Rocks in, puts it up, puts it in, and good. And stop by JoJo's at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer area teams on to victory. 4-2 South Fulton. Little bounces out to French, had to kind of gather it. Wheels, bouncing, and that one going to be tapped by Fogelsong, recovered by Faust. He'll drive lane. Tough angle on that shot. And the rebound snapped up by Clemens. Up quickly, nice pass to Thiner. Just ran out of room. Fogelsong gets the board, puts it up again, can't get it to go. And put up again, there's the foul. My foul's going to whistle on Caden Little. And as Clemens steps to the line, having slow, reliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2024. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video phone service, and camera systems in McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtccrowdfiber.com to check your availability. Clemens missed the first. Second one up and on the way, and it is good. So makes it a 5-2 margin. And now coming back the other way. Faust going to put up the long three, no good. McCartney with it down again. Faust trying it this time, blocked by Young. And Brandon, that's at least the second block that Young has had on him.
It is the second block by Young. And the Cyclones may not be expecting that from the size of him, but he just comes from out of nowhere, and he gets that block, comes up big for the team in purple.
And Bentley Weaver coming in. Bringing out to him, down in the corner, now back up top for Young. Young, nice swing pass to Chenoweth. And now into Fogelsong, right through the defense, puts it up, can't get it to go. May have missed an undercut in there. And that one they're going to whistle it was kind of funny. The far official looked at the near official, and they kind of decided together it was a jump ball.
And Melvin, really good court awareness there. He goes after the ball, and he ties it up.
Inbounds coming to Chenoweth. Chenoweth back to Young. Young had a look in the post. Now he'll put it up himself and drill the sports corner three and make it 8-2. Faust brings it up for Melvin. Gets picked from McCartney. Shoots shot no good. The Little, Caden Little driving in there. He'll be blocked and fouled by Fogelsong. Cam Melvin, one of three. I have coached Addie, little sister. And we do sometimes have arguments. I do ask her which one's the better player. Not surprisingly, she will say her. And Caden Little for number 2. It is up, and he came across the line early. Ran across early, so that will bring it back over to South Fulton with an 8-2 lead. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local Country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. I'm going to apologize. You're going to hear me cough. I have the cold like everybody else, and 2 threes for 2 sports corner threes for Young, and so far, Brandon, he's hot from the floor.
He is hot, and that's what you got to do. You got to catch fire. I think every time I've been in this gym, actually, somebody's hit the ceiling or the rafters.
Faust was putting a little extra loop in that one. I think NASA tracked it, but at the end of the first quarter, it is 11-2. The lead here for the South Fulton Rebels. We'll step aside here just a moment. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Whatever the day brings, and Mother Nature provides, is no match for what you'll have thanks to Nutrien Ag Solutions.
And we are back here as we get ready to start the second quarter play. 11-2 the lead here for the Rebels. And the Cyclones struggling a little bit. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how they go because there is only 5 of them. A lot of the other guys, the sophomore class, play a lot on the varsity. I believe there's only 14 total for the Cyclones for JV and varsity. As Cam Melvin will come across the timeline. 6 minutes start of this second quarter. Work it over to Faust, joined by French, McCartney, and Little. And guess what, folks? That's probably not going to change. Melvin with it. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Faust able to climb over the top of Thiner. Tried to throw it out top, and Melvin able to save it. Melvin will work it out top, come over to Little. Little look ahead. French wide open. French in the post. Double team, kicks out to Little, over to Melvin. Melvin in the lane, shoots shot on the way, no good. Rebound tipped around and tipped back in. As I believe that was Fogelsong. They bring it up quickly. Clemens couldn't get it to go. And McCartney out of there with the rebound. Vogelsong will pick up his second. And they brought the, now they get a substitution as number 45, Caleb Burton, checking in for Vogelsong with the 2 personals. Melvin going to walk it on the way. And over, works it for Faust, out top for Little. Little holds and waits. Puts it on the bounce a couple times, gives to French. French looking at Faust, he'll dribble. Out top for McCartney. McCartney over to Melvin. Melvin 3 on the way, no good. Rebound tapped around, Faust down with it. And did a nice job avoiding Thiner. Back out to Little, and they'll go back to work. Over for McCartney, he'll fake, look. And we've got a timeout called by the Cyclones. Evidently Sam DeCounter saw something he did not like. We'll step aside. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And you could hear, Brandon, you could hear Sam DeCounter rather emphatically telling the guys to move the ball and said, hey, you'll be open.
That's exactly what I was going to say, but I always love seeing a coach getting animated that shows that passion, it shows that desire. And then I was looking at Coach Joe Clemens, which has passion and desire, but he's got a comfortable 9-point lead here in this timeout.
It's amazing how much calmer you can be with a 9-point lead. Now, some of my players will tell me I'm annoying either way, but they may be a bit touch on the biased side. As Little has that one tapped out of bounds. Tapping it out was Chenoweth. And Cam Melvin will bring it in underneath the near side of the free throw lane. Looks to trigger. Into French. French, nice spin move, but a great block in there by Clemens. Cyclones, however, gather it back. To Little. Now into French. French with a fake. Oh, had the spin move. He went back toward the middle. Off to Melvin. Melvin working it. We have 4-10 and rolling in the second quarter. And that one off the hand of McCartney and out of bounds. Now, I do know there's a fairly large class of freshmen coming along for the Cyclones. A lot of young men. I know the younger brother of Braden Copeland coming. Also younger brother Matt Whitman. So you'll have a fairly large class of 8th graders coming in. So numbers should go back the other way. They whip it in the corner, working down there. Number 45, Caleb Burton, up to Thiner, and he traveled with it, drug his foot. We'll turn it back over to the Cyclones. Out to Faust. Faust into McCartney. He'll shoot, and going to be found on the play by Clemens. And that's what, Brandon, I was wanting to see out of French is that quick move he had. He was cut off on the baseline, but he had that real quick move like that right to the middle.
Right, and, you know, sometimes whenever you're there in the post, you're just thinking about getting that 2-point basket where you got people like us saying you got to make this move, which I'm sure it will come for that young man of French.
Yep. McCartney misses the first. Second one on the way. It is no good. The rebound, though, bounced over the hands of Burton. Little had it, tapped out to McCartney, and Dalen McCartney gives it over to, goes over to, into French, and we'll bring it in bounds. Off the foot and out of bounds. Coming in will be Perry Long, his first appearance tonight, replacing Chenoweth. Burton brings it into Thiner, and they'll walk it up here, 11-2 lead. Nobody's scored so far in the quarter, and that one over the head of Burton. A little too much hot sauce on it, Brandon.
Yep, there was, but West Prairie, they've got 5 players. They're sticking strong with South Fulton. They're still playing hard. They're playing with passion, making good cuts just like that. And, they're a fun team to watch with these 5 young men.
Young down the lane, missed the floater. And Caden Little pulled it down, had it batted away. It'll stay with West Prairie. As Young from the floor was able to swat at it enough, get a hand on it. Faust gives it back over to Cam Melvin. Melvin will dribble it up here for Little. McCartney now bouncing for a cut from French, and French going to be fouled as he goes in there.
That's back-to-back plays where French has made 2 nice cuts. Last time it just unfortunately went off his knee. This time he gets sent to the line.
And free throw's good. The bank shot. Bank is always open, of course. Makes it 11-3. And missed the second one. McCartney able to tap the rebound away from Burton. They bring it into Little. Little fakes. Still blocked by Clemens. Tie up on it. And a jump ball. Possession arrow to South Fulton, I believe. Melvin going to pressure a little bit. A couple subs coming in. Actually, one. Chenoweth coming in. Cyclones are going to pressure a little bit here. As Chenoweth down the far side, hands off to Young in the corner. Young jumped at, spins away. Bound makes a nice pass, and then McCartney able to tap that one away from Thiner. And that's where you tell the young man, give a good hard fake, let him get up in the air, and then go. As Dalen McCartney will bring it inbounds. Into Melvin. Melvin will walk it up with 2:20 left to go in the first half. We're working on a very robust 1-0 second quarter. And Melvin trying to get out of trouble. Comes out to Faust, over to Melvin. Stolen away by Chenoweth. Chenoweth in the lane, going up. And I saw that coming. Not sure it's going to be actually on Little from behind. That will be his second. And in case you're curious, no, there will not be a sub, because there isn't one. Free throws in and good. Chenoweth from a long line of Chenoweths over that direction.
And he cut his hair. I didn't know who he was there at first.
Missed the second. Ball tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with South Fulton. Thiner will bring it inbounds. A line offensive set. Inbounds. And a travel whistled. We'll turn it back over to West Prairie. Into Melvin. Melvin dribbles it up here for the Cyclones, ready to set it up. Comes to Little. Little waits into French. French, the free throw line jumper, no good. And the rebound pulled down there by Chenoweth. Off it comes in the hands of Long. Down to Young. Back out to Chenoweth. He'll wheel it over to Thiner. Back into Clemens. Nice cut by Thiner, just a little bit over his head on the pass. Back to Clemens, out to Young. Young, quick setup. And it goes long. Melvin going to pick it up for the Cyclones. Minute and a half left to go here in the first half. And Melvin comes down, shot on the way, no good. Tapped away again. Coming with it out to Young. Young and Faust in a race to the basket. Puts it up, gets it up and in and good.
Young having a pretty nice game for the Rebels here tonight.
In fact, I was trying to track it down. They don't. He has most of their points. As Little with it, tried to grab it in with one hand and ran it go off his thigh and out of bounds. So with a minute left to go in this first half, they will bring it over, and Thiner will walk it up. Comes on the outside to Chenoweth as it batted away. McCartney with the steal to Melvin, and Melvin will attack. Dribbles in the lane, kicks out to Faust. Faust wheels, has to go back to Melvin. Melvin coming in the lane, and he carried it. And we have a timeout called by South Fulton. They want to talk some things over. We'll thank some more of our very fine sponsors here. And that would include Ryden Farm Supply, located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974. Ryden Farm Supply can help you meet all your needs for LP seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service, unmatched in this area, and as a customer, they will take care of you. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121. Pawn Plus, proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding areas for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pawn Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repairs and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb between Airco and Taco Bell. And also brought to you tonight by the Community News Brief. Young with it in the corner, plenty of time to work, 35 seconds. Clemens in the lane, goes up, can't get it to go. Rebound tapped out. Young back out with it. Over to Chenoweth. He'll pop the three, no good, and the rebound. And off Long's hands. And Little will have to walk it up. Over to Faust. Faust on the way. And his pass nearly taken away, and now it's stolen away by Young. Young in the lane, lays it up and lays it in. He has 12 of their 16. And Faust's going to put it up at the end of the first half. That is no good. Brandon, a good first half for the Rebels.
Yes, South Fulton coming out, showing that they're ready to play. Sincere Young having a phenomenal first half here for the Rebels. And, still got to talk about West Prairie Cyclones play with 5 players, still playing decently tight, but working really hard, playing with heart and soul, and that's what you want to see.
We're going to go quiet for a little bit for this halftime period. We'll be back for the second half in just a couple moments. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It just went black. I didn't know if that was because of you or.
We are back here on TSSR Game Time Live, 16-3. Lead here for the Rebels. As they bring it in the lane, it is Clemens going up, and he's fouled from behind. And another turnover there, and Coach Sam DeCounter not very happy with the offense. And I know Sam immediately, we talked about, he and I both agree. I don't like to play zone. I know he doesn't like to play zone, but sometimes you have to do what you have to. Especially with having 5 players. And Clemens gets 1 of 2. Back will come the Cyclone. Melvin picks up his dribble, comes to Little, joined by McCartney and French. And they cross-court it over to Melvin. Melvin, a little soft on that one, pulled out of there by Fogelsong and just runs by everybody, bounces for Clemens. Beauty of a pass to Thiner. Brandon, a great fast break.
Showing hustle and making Coach Clemens very happy on that play. That's what you got to do, is you got to hustle, and that gets you that playing time that you desire.
Well, and also a nice job. You got to give Fogelsong a lot of credit. Got the rebound and heads it out. Versatility. You see that so much more. It used to be, hey, you'd scream at the big man, quote-unquote big man. You'd scream at him to throw it to the guard. Nowadays, it's all about positional versatility. You just get it up the floor and you go. And that's, what both coaches, I'm sure, are telling their teams is, we got to get it up the floor and we got to go. And it's how basketball has changed immensely over the last, I'd say, probably 5-10 years. Brandon, it's kind of, there's really no set positions anymore.
Yep, I agree. Back in the day, you've seen the 2 smaller guys as the guards and 2 middle-sized guys forward, and then the big guy center. Now, you don't even see that anymore. You see a lot of people just the same size, and then you see 2 guards and 3 forwards anymore.
Yep, very rare. The center position has kind of gone away from a lot of these offenses in that. French with it out top here. Clemens on top of him. Trying to get it to Melvin. Melvin trying to shake away from Thiner. Joined by Fogelsong, Chenoweth, Young, and Clemens. As you work it to 4:55 left to go here, third quarter. Pass tapped away, and we had several Rebels pile up. One tripped over the other, but they still brought it back the other way. Chenoweth in the lane to Clemens, looking to work on French. Out to Thiner, he'll put up the 3, a little short, rebound Clemens. Dribbling on Faust, comes up under French, bounces to Fogelsong. Doesn't have a real good angle, but puts it up and draws a foul. That's the second on Cam Melvin. And I'll put Fogelsong up at the free throw line. Hard off the back of the iron, no good. Of course, stay with us here. We'll have the varsity contest. We'll kind of sign off this stream, be back on the other side. Shot no good. Clemens able to get the rebound. McCartney able to poke it away from him. Then Young with the steal. Nice flip as he was falling out of bounds. Puts up the 3, won't go. Clemens the rebound. Going up and underneath and good. Lots of hustle on that play, Brandon. Nice job. Young was almost parallel with the floor when he threw that in.
Yeah, really crashing the boards and finally getting that 2 points that South Fulton was desiring. And that's what they want to do. They want to crash those offensive boards. Now, I'm sure that Coach DeCounter's not happy about that, but.
Yeah, because you had, I can't remember, the Melvin or McCartney actually blocking out the shooter, and nobody else went and got the ball. And that's you praise the guy blocking out the shooter on the free throw, but you got to have somebody going and getting the ball. Thiner will bring it into Chenoweth. as they work it up. Now Cyclones have gone man on man, and I tell you, with 5 people, that's hard. Do that all game long. A nice bounce into Fogelsong, working on McCartney. Up over him, a little short. Rebound tipped by Faust, and Young has it in the corner. Up to Thyner, nice pass inside, and Fogelsong up with the basket. 23-3 lead here, 3:25 left to go in the third. Faust down with it. Nice job rolling into the lane, getting one. 23-5, back will come Young. Kicks it out to Chenoweth. Chenoweth down in the corner to Young. Young, couple of bounces. Goes in the lane. Gathered a lot of territory for not much pivot, so. And the substitution, Bentley Weaver will check in. Thyner's going to go out. Inbounds comes over to Clemens. Clemens wide open, nobody. Brandon picked up Fogelsong, and miscommunication for the Cyclones.
And that's a body that you got to find every time, because he will find a way to be open.
25-3 lead here. And that one kicked out of bounds by Chenoweth. Substitution, Burton's going to check in. He'll replace Fogelsong. Inbounds to French. French nearly lost it. Shot no good. And now Young with it. Had to slow down as Faust and McCartney cut him off. Back here out to Clemens. Clemens looking to drive. Picks up his dribble. French trying to get his hand in there. They bring it to Burton. Burton kind of holding. Comes to Clemens. Clemens stolen away by Caden Little. And Cyclones will come out of there with it. Little slowly working his way up the floor over to Melvin. Melvin, a few bounces, and then comes over to McCartney. McCartney bouncing, and that one's stolen away by Young. Young had the pocket, and McCartney will give him the foul. And McCartney kind of frustrated. Brandon pounded the mat, was frustrated the pass got away.
Yep, but, I mean, he hustled, and it was actually a pretty good foul. It fouled him on the ground, so not going to the line.
That's going to bring Perry Long off the bench. Chenoweth going to go out here. Coach Clemens rotating a lot of guys around. Inbounds into Clemens. Clemens kicking out. Up top, shot is on the way. No good, and French the rebound. Long putting up the three. Faust up into the lane. Kind of a wild shot, no good. And the rebound, we got a rebound foul on Caden Little. It'll be his third. A minute 49 here left in this third quarter.
Next foul for the Cyclones will put the Rebels at the line for double bonus.
And of course, folks, that is a lot different here. The 5 fouls in a quarter. Young almost faked himself out of his shoes there. Pass in the lane by the Rebels, stolen away by Faust, and Faust looking to get it up the court. Had a couple guys open. As Faust will go in the lane, and we have a late whistle back there as Young gets called for the personal. Minute 29 left here in the third. To bring it inbounds. In the Little shot up, no good. Rebound, McCartney down with it. Spun, shoot shot, no good, and Clemens comes out of there with it. There's Cam Melvin getting him in the backcourt. Timeout called by Coach Clemens, because he saw something he didn't like. We're going to step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And we are back here toward the end of this third quarter of play. as you see into the huddle with the Cyclones there as they try to get things figured out a little bit. Had a little trouble, haven't had as good a run in this third quarter. They've had their chances down low, Brandon, just can't seem to get a shot off and get something in.
Right, and that's pretty much the story of their 5 points. Their shots are just not falling. I mean, they're taking shots, they're taking good shots. Unfortunately, just not falling for the Cyclones.
And Long with it now, out top to Young. Young dribbles in. Nice bounce down to Fogelsong, back into the game, quadruple teamed. Kicks it out, shot's no good, but Burton there for the rebound. Shot on the way again, and a sports corner three by Bentley Weaver. Makes it 28-5. Faust looking around, threw it off the leg of Melvin. Melvin in the lane, goes up, got Fogelsong in the air, and Fogelsong still able to block it. He'll come back the other way, tried to bounce to Young, does. Young puts it up, puts it in. A high degree of difficulty on that one, Brandon.
Yeah, it was. But since they're Young with another basket for the Rebels.
Melvin with it, shot in the lane, no good. Rebound climbed high, Fogelsong out with it. He's got a runner with him, just takes it in the lane himself, puts it up and puts it in. 32-5 now. And we got a foul as Melvin going to commit the foul as Young had gotten another steal. As Young will be at the line. Brandon mentioned that'll be the fifth team in this third quarter with 2.9 seconds left. Free throws no good. Riddy's the second one. And it's good. So makes it 33-5. Faust will dribble it up, heave it at half court, and that's the second one he's had rejected by the ceiling in this game. So the ceiling is on the board with 2 blocks here tonight. We're going to take this commercial timeout. Be back in just a moment. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
And we are back here. 33-5 is the lead for the Rebels as we head into this fourth quarter of play. And, of course, we'll have the varsity contest. We're going to be a little earlier than usual. Been some early nights, of course, when you have this with the JV where you have a shortened game. That gets you home pretty quick. We'll talk about some of the upcoming schedules. Cyclones will be on the road most of the time. And the pass by Young tipped away, stolen as Faust brings it on the charge up the court. Slows up, top of the key three, puts it on the way, a little hard off the rim. French the rebound, swatted by Burton and Fogelsong. Now to Fogelsong, and he'll get fouled by Caden Little. And that is number 4 on Caden Little. Brandon, probably a little frustration there. It seemed like as Little was mad at himself for doing that.
Yeah, and we've seen a little bit of frustration, but you got 5 guys, just relax, have some fun, and just keep on playing hard, keep on playing with heart.
Little with the rebound, bumped and fouled by Young, and Young knew it the minute he did it. And did want to talk about both teams. I know the varsity boys and girls headed up to a shootout at Central Lee tomorrow. 10:30 and noon. Tuesday, boys will be at Lewiston. They'll be back here versus North Fulton next Friday. I'm not sure who Dwayne will have here to do it. French with a nice shot. Got it away from Fogelsong. Fogelsong on the baseline and turns it back over the second. As I say, I know TSSR will be here next Friday. I am not sure who will be doing the game. And now Max French with it. Shot on the way, missed it. Rebound tip, no good. Melvin batting it around, puts it up, gets it to go and up and in. 33-7. 4 minutes left to go here in the ball game. And Bentley Weaver putting that one on the way. Put a little much on it. Down to Faust, down to Little wide open. Shot is no good. Melvin another rebound, puts it up, puts it in and good. And back they'll come the other way. Young driving down with it. Bounces over to Burton. Burton will hold, looking in the lane at Fogelsong. Nearly had it picked. Now as it tapped away, Little takes it. And they'll come out of there with it. Little over to McCartney. And McCartney getting a clear lane to go. Puts it up, missed it. Rebound tip. Little with it. Can't get it up. And a fight for it. Little has it on the floor, and they're going to get a full timeout. I see Max French having a little trouble. They got poked in the eye, or what happened there?
Nice hustle by the Cyclones, and Coach DeKalner, he had no other choice than to call a timeout. That's a good timeout to take. We're here with 3:17 left here in the fourth quarter.
Well, you're trying to get everything all settled in and trying to get something going. 33-9, trying to get some positives, headed back the other way for the Cyclones. And I was just going down here. Going to continue on through the schedule. Saturday the 14th, Cyclones at the United Tournament. Games at 4:30 and 7:30. Also at the United Tournament on the 16th versus West Central. Back there again versus BPC at 6. One of the about 8,000 times they will play Bushnell this season. And then wrap that up on the 20th and 21st. Cam Melvin will bring it in bounds here. Box offensive set for the Cyclones. Into Dalen McCartney. McCartney spins, has it blocked and fouled by Fogelsong as he made a strong move there.
And I guess we have a continuous clock.
Yep. They must have decided to go ahead with the continuous clock in this quarter. As McCartney able to make the first one. I didn't see that it was a 30-point lead, but, you know, in some ways I don't know that I'll argue.
Right.
Second one on the way. It is no good. Rebound tip. And finally it is, well, almost corralled by Long, who lost it out of bounds. Back to the Cyclones. 33-10, the lead here for South Fulton. Into Melvin. Melvin going to dribble down, holds it up, comes over to Caden Little. Caden Little tried to bounce it, nearly had it poked away. Faust pulls it back down, drives the lane, lost the handle on it as he went up with it. And that's one of those, Brandon, you'd rather see him come to a jump stop, take a quick jumper, as that was the shot that was open.
Right. It's just kind of like your mind's going a million miles an hour, and then you realize that's what you should have done.
And into the ball game, Benton Hammond, who got the rebound. And on the tie-up, it'll be West Prairie basketball. As up they'll come, Cam Melvin up with it. Looking to drive on Bentley Weaver in the lane. Fogelsong cut him off. French shoots the three, no good. And the rebound batted out of bounds by South Fulton. It'll be West Prairie basketball. Melvin into French. French shot no good, and the rebound, Fogelsong down with it as Melvin bumps on him a little. We're under a minute left to go here in this JV contest. As Weaver with it, down to Young. Young with the three. It is no good. And McCartney there. Here they bring it up to Little. Little goes in lane. Fouled from behind by Young. And that will make a coach need an antacid. One of those, unless you're going to get him on the ground, you let him go. Free throw is good. So makes it 33-11. Second one on the way. It is no good. And out to Faust. Faust going to shoot the three off the mark. Rebound batted around, and that's going to do it for the JV game. 33-11. The Rebels will with the win over the Cyclones here. Now, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a break, switch over to the varsity stream. We'll be back with the varsity contest in just a little bit. You've been watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.